All right, boom. So today we're talking about cinematic content. The reason so many creators are able to go viral nowadays is because they know how to make their content look and feel cinematic. You might already make videos or you're thinking of starting, but how do you actually get that movie look that gets people to tune in? Honestly, this is an art and it's one of the hardest things to learn when you're first starting out making videos. But the good news is it's just a system. You don't need to be an expert color grader or have a super expensive camera to do it. Personally, I've watched hundreds of creators in the cinematic space and they all use the same simple frameworks to make their content feel like a movie. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys 3 simple hacks that you guys can implement today in order to make your content feel more cinematic. And if you stick around to the end, I got a special gift for you guys as well. By the way, I'm AJ, and 10 months ago, I quit my 9-to-5 and have generated millions of views for some of your favorite brands and creators through cinematic content. Okay, so let's dive in, guys. This is actually episode 1 of a series I'm calling Cinematic Cheat Codes. And it's just going to be a collection of all the hacks and techniques and structures that I wish I had when I first started filming my content. The thing about these is that they're really simple to apply. So these are the 3 hacks I'm going over today. 1, the texture trick. 2, the movie math rule. And 3, just stop. I put a star behind just stop because I think it's the most important and it's a little bit different from the rest in terms of it's actually something you guys need to stop doing rather than something you need to implement into your content. But let's start with number 1. Number 1, the texture trick. And no, the texture trick does not mean physical texture. So the texture trick adds layers, aka texture, in between your lens and the subject. Instead of filming your subject straight on, you add something in the middle, which in turn gives it depth, mystery, and a sense of feeling to your shot. The main thing about cinematic content is that it's nothing but feeling. What makes something cinematic is if you're able to evoke feeling and emotion in the viewer. So we use the texture trick in order to do that. So for example, in this shot that you're staring at right now, those books in the corner of the frame, that's texture. That's something to frame me and balance me within the shot. How many movies have you seen that start with a shot either through a car window or through a doorway? I have some examples up on the screen. For example, Smile. I don't know if you guys have seen that movie. I think it came out like last year, maybe the year before. And Peaky Blinders. Peaky Blinders is a super popular Netflix series. I don't know if you guys have watched it, but if you haven't, you definitely should. That's texture. And here's where it starts to really get fun. When you mix hack number 1 with hack number 2. So hack number 2 is something I call the movie math rule. Essentially, it's a simple formula where wide times medium times tight equals cinema. Think of it like the building blocks to cinematic content. Whenever you go out filming, you should remember this formula and get 1 shot of each minimum for every scene, and I guarantee that your content will instantly become more cinematic. So why is this formula so impactful? The wide shot builds your world and it invites the viewer in. The medium shot shows the action that's going on. That basically drives the story forward. And finally, the tight shot, the most important one in my opinion. That one shows the detail and evokes the emotion. Side note, if you really want your videos to be cinematic, master the tight shot. I can't stress that enough. I use it all the time to stop the scroll, and it's the easiest way to evoke an emotion or pull your viewer really close in for story purposes. It's almost like pulling someone in close and kind of like whispering something in their ear. You almost kind of do that visually. Now, this is where things start to get really cinematic. If you guys remember from the intro, I said the last one is the most important one. Hack number 3 is different from the rest in that you need to stop doing this rather than start doing this. And it's just stop moving. Digital postcards. So many creators are blowing up right now on Instagram and TikTok through the digital postcards trend. And there's a reason for that, simply because it worked. As a solo filmmaker, the still shot is going to be your bread and butter when it comes to making your videos cinematic. The key to mastering this is to treat your shot like a photo. So once you have your shot framed, sit back and let your scene do the talking. And the still shot helps draw the viewer into your world rather than watching from the outside. Once you start implementing it to your content, I guarantee your videos instantly become cinematic and that your views will instantly skyrocket, I guarantee. And if you guys can remember to combine the texture trick with the movie math rule and also implement the just stop principle, I promise you that your content will go up in cinematic value. Also, I know not all you guys are taking notes. I don't know if you guys do that. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But if you weren't, I have a link in my bio to a free PDF with all 3 cinematic hacks, as well as 2 extra bonus hacks that I didn't cover in this video. It's absolutely free. Click the link in my bio and I'll send it over to you right now. So these were just 3 hacks from a list I have of about 50. I'm going to turn this into a series. In the next episode, I'm actually going to show you guys a lighting trick that you guys can literally implement tomorrow because it's something that you guys all have at home. And lastly, if you want your videos to become more cinematic and you want to create cinematic content, hit subscribe because we're just getting started. See you guys.